What is going on, folks? This is Brandon Griggs here at Keynote Comics, the place where you can discover comic books and comic book related content. And I am here with my superhero teammate, Wonderslan.
I'll take it.
We'll run with it.
Yeah.
But, this is our weekly thing where we are doing the Stashed Cash or Pass, where we basically discuss comic books that are on the top 10 list from CBSI. CBSI, Cover Price, and what's the last one?
It's usually Key Collector, but not today.
Yeah, not today. They switched up on when they're releasing it. We're not really gonna go back into it. If it's out, it's out. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna discuss it along with some other things around at the end when once we get through the list and everything. But pretty much we end up just talking about whether or not these are books that are on our list, as far as, is it something that we're gonna keep? Is it something that we plan to sell, or is it something that we're going to be on the lookout and try to actually hunt for? And if it's not, well, then we're going to pass on it. If we want it, we're going to be searching for it. If we got it, are we going to save it, or are we going to sell it? Pretty simple, right? So, let's wait a little bit. We're going to give a little bit of time. I think we got to start posting this stuff on the gram. The marketing we're doing for this is hands down 0.
Marketing. That's what we have a YouTube channel for.
But give a little bit of time. But basically today, they're new books, we'll put it like that, and has been a lot of good comic book related news that's been released, so we'll be discussing that as well near the end, so it'll be awesome. Cool. Actually, I have no idea what episode are we even on. Whoa, what did I just do?
Of Stash Cash or Pass?
Yeah.
12.
Apparently I did not copy the link, which I don't know how that happened.
Lonely. We are so lonely. We have nobody watching our stream.
Or you could have just said watching our show.
Yeah, but it's a stream, not a show.
It's a streaming show.
Fair. This doesn't really help our case.
Alright. Just get into it as soon as I make this. So, boom. But yeah, so we're going to just hop into it. We're going to start off with the CBSI list. And so, going into this, we have the very first book, which is Toxic Avengers #1. And I did not discover Toxic Avengers until,
It's just the Toxic Avenger. So it's only one of them.
I don't know why I said Avenger. I think I'm so used to saying Avengers. But yes, Toxic Avenger. I didn't discover this thing until either last year or the year before. Do you remember us having this discussion?
No, but maybe.
Okay. But yeah, I had no idea that it was a film, and it had at least 2 or 3 of them.
There's hella Toxic Avengers.
Really? All right. I don't know how deep this thing goes, but I think I just randomly discovered it through YouTube or whatever, and somebody had the whole movie, and I don't even know. I was bored.
Did you watch the whole movie?
I watched the whole thing.
Oh, you're a monster.
I had nothing to do. I'm not gonna highly recommend it. If you decide to watch it, or if you're aware of it and you have watched it, be sure to comment below on your thoughts. But the reason why this book is spiking is because there's casting for another film, and yeah, it's hitting people's radar, so people are going in for it. It's
so wild.
$10 to $30. That is the price right now, and Yeah, nah, I'm a pass.
It's funny. I actually like this cover, but
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I don't have any problem with the cover at all. But
yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. So Troma Entertainment is not necessary. They're all like low quality, low budget
and that's what the
movies.
movie, the
Yeah.
original movies were.
Mhm.
So
So they've developed a cult following, which is why I can understand this actually getting a decent
Buzz,
pickup
okay.
for the books, but I don't know how they're gonna go about it. So it's kind of like, remember when they were talking about making the new Captain Planet, and they did the Don Cheadle parody, and they were
That was
like,
hilarious.
"Save the Earth, or I'll turn you into a tree."
Yeah.
Like I don't know how they're gonna go about it, but Lloyd Kaufman is on board as one of the producers for it. So I would hope that it still, has the same charm as the original style.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're doing that, it's gonna be weird. So maybe we could get something like MacGruber-esque, like something that's a parody
Yeah,
of
right.
it.
I can
But
completely
also,
agree with that.
so hopefully that's what happens. And if it does, then I would actually say that this is a stash, because revamping that could be like actually a cool thing.
I'm not gonna go on the secondary market to try and buy it. If I see it, I might pick it up. I've never seen it, so that's the interesting part for me. I don't know. You guys tell me if you've ever seen it out in the wild, but for me personally, never seen it.
Right.
And I've been to crazy places with, tons of boxes. Unless I'm just tripping and I didn't realize that I saw it, but I don't honestly believe I've ever seen it. So.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know why you would see it. So, yeah.
Well, no, because I go to a lot of second, hand places, and they get in big collections. So sometimes, you don't know what you're gonna find in there. Because, like I was saying, I was back when I was just passing up books. I had no idea what they were.
Right.
You know what I mean? And yeah, but like this cover does not look familiar. It was a fresh look for me. So when I was like, oh, okay. But it felt good to actually know what this was, because if I would have came on here and been like, yeah, I have no idea what this is, it would have been a little weird.
Right.
So, moving on to this next one right here. So we got Daredevil number 25 from 2020. So, not sure if there's I'm actually not sure what's going on. I guess it's Daredevil or Murdoch returning, because they killed him. What was that, last year, or was that the year before?
No,
like time and space
don't
is
remember.
it's all jumbled together at this point, so I barely remember anything. So
Joe said he listed the Toxic Avenger today, so cash. And he found it at his LCS, and they charged him 75 cents 2 weeks ago. So hey, man, that is perfect timing for
right.
that. Right.
You were always coming in with the all the great plays. But yeah, so I honestly don't know much on this one.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I like the cover, so that's cool. But yeah, I can't say. Shoot, I didn't mess around and didn't get any numbers for this, so I have no pricing on this right now. So,
Joel says he already cashed it.
On the Daredevil?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if there's?
Oh, Elektra dressed up as a Daredevil.
Okay.
Hold on for a second.
Can you tell that from the cover? No, they just did a Murdoch cover then. But yeah, so it would have to be a pass for me, and you cashed it. So, really? For $119? Wow, I did not know it was moving like that. But I guess it makes sense since it was a ratio. So that's cool. I wonder what the rest of the market's going for on it. It's like so many books have just been spiking crazy. I've been paying attention to oh, you know what? They have a whole thing on it right here. But I've been watching a lot of stuff, primarily Star Wars books, just because I'm trying to see like what's going on as far as levels in that. And I bought the first full appearance of was it Darth Revan, and currently that book is going crazy. It's doing a lot of high numbers with 9.6 going into like the $400 and $500 range. I think it's just 400. I don't think they have hit 500 yet, but we're in interesting times. Where is it? Oops. Alright. I said enter. Yeah, okay. See one up for sale for $124 and best offer $80 at a first ends in 15 hours, one bid. $38, 12 bids. Actually, yeah, if anything sells lower than that, I think you got a really good price on that. This one up for $150, 15 bids. $65, 8 bids. Buy it now for $129 at best offer. So I guess the hype is because Elektra is... That's because she's running around as a Daredevil. It got hot, and I don't think it's going to hold those prices. It might not, especially if they end up changing it. If what you're saying is the case, yeah. If she doesn't end up staying that way, and it's probably going to be a bigger thing. It's kind of honestly the way it sounds like at this point. It's kind of like the Shuri to Black Panther situation. Needs to get my hands. Oh, I need to get my hands on a lot of Star Wars books at a decent price. Yeah, which is starting to become hard because even books that are key issues that are not even like what people are, or what's kind of hitting the market is that the masses of people are specking on are getting raised up. Because I have a couple books that I've been eyeing, and I've hit up the sellers and been like, all right, can you bring this down? Because I'm seeing these average sales and they're going for like $10. $4 to $10, I think, and they're over here charging like $39 for it. I'm just like, okay, you want to, bring that down for me? And then they are like, no. So I've literally sent offers for 2 sellers on 2 different Star Wars books. They respond back with something that's higher, and I'm just like, I just don't agree with it, and then I just have let them go literally this week. Or no, that was last week. This week.
Yeah, this week.
He said I had to list by 5 p.m. Wednesday. Got it from the ratio at Third Eye. Nice. I honestly wish we had a Third Eye, like, close by. Like, yeah. Because I love Third Eye. That
Third Eye close by.
That was literally the candy store of comic books. At least out of everything we've gone to. And we've gone to some pretty decent ones.
Mm-hmm. All right, where are we at?
We are currently now at Dr. Oh, wait, we have not said what we said. No, we did speak on this. So we're currently at Doctor Strange, number 384. So this is the second print, which is selling for $30 to $40, and it's basically the first appearance of the staff of the World Tree.
Mm-hmm.
So, like the cover, I don't know, it gives me this like Doctor Strange, Jesus, hippie vibe thing. So I honestly mess with it. I don't know. I don't know how important this staff is, but you have the whole King in Black situation going on, and they're all going to be connected at some point. So, I'd say stash if you have it.
Mm-hmm.
And $30 to $40 isn't bad. It's not something that's really fully got my attention, so I may say pass on it, but I'll keep my eye on.
Mm. Yeah, no, this is it's an interesting cover. It's going for $30 to $40 right now. If you got it for retail or anything close to it, definitely I'd say go ahead and stash it, because why not? Actually, you know what? I'd probably say cash it. If you got it for retail, cash it. If you spent money on it right now, then I would say stash it.
Joel said he would stash it.
Yeah.
But I think this one, it's got some appeal to it, so I can see why people would like it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, interior unfamiliar at this point. We were supposed to go get stuff and then didn't end up doing it. It's kind of hard for me on Wednesday because I'm in the middle of work, and you know, by the time I'm off, like all the good stuff is picked up, and I have to go calling and running around trying to figure out who's got what, and it's just a whole lot. I'm already drained by the midday, so.
So apparently it gives him more power.
Okay. The Sorcerer Supreme.
Right. Yeah. It's like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
You know what? Why have they not made a Marvel variant of Doctor Strange just decked out in Supreme? You're telling me that's not a good idea.
I don't think it is.
Oh my god, I'd be all for it. Hype beast Doctor Strange and Supreme.
Absolutely
Look, man, I need you to recognize the gold I'm always dropping. So yes, well, I guess we'll stash. You said sell if you copped it at retail.
Yeah.
But if you didn't, cop it and stash it.
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure you had it completely understood. So, moving on to the next one. We have Thrawn #1, the 1 in 50 ratio variant. So we have a 9.8 selling for $1,010, which is pretty high. I did not see. I guess I don't know. Thrawn is an interesting Star Wars character. He clearly has a cult following, and I'd never understood how big it was. I knew people loved him, but I didn't know it was this much. So 9.8. It's not even his first appearance, and the first appearance is going higher, but just not too much higher. It's in the thousands. I can't give you an exact price off the top of my head. At least I think maybe if I am, I think it might be like around 1,400 or something like that. And this isn't too far from it, but this is just simply the origin story. But it does have a first appearance of somebody else that's connected with him. I can't remember off the top of my head of who it is, but yeah, I guess that's the reason why it's demanding those numbers. On top of that, you got this ratio of 150. It's pretty nice cover in my opinion. You know, nice close up and everything. You have this dark blue in the spine area, so can't say you're gonna find a whole lot in great condition. Because I can't say that anybody was probably like, oh yeah, this book's about to be a hot book at some point. Somebody probably did, so maybe I should correct myself on that. But I don't think a whole lot of people were specking on this.
Yeah.
Joel said he's going to show up in live action, which I definitely agree, because that's essentially what they were kind of hinting to in that last Mandalorian episode. I stash anything Thrawn at the moment, which would make sense. But my thing is, I mean, if you're gonna go for this book, did I have it in there? I think maybe for straight. Yeah, I didn't have it in here, but I believe what I was seeing for the raws were that it was like at about $70 or something like that for raw copies. So yeah, if you're thinking that it's gonna be something worth investing in and it's gonna increase in price and you're gonna get either it's gonna retain its value or gonna go up, by all means go for it. I think it's a dope cover. It does have key events attached to it. It is a 1 in 50. The colors on the cover will make it a kind of a hassle to find in high grade, so I definitely think it has some stuff going for it. But if I'm gonna try and go for it, I'm gonna have to find it off of just straight raw copy. Not gonna be spending $1,010 on a 9.8.
Hey, answer my question. Is this a Star Wars?
I'm very intrigued on your insult of Star Wars. Wars.
Yeah, but is this a Star Wars?
No, that's not a Star Wars. It's a Star Wars.
Pass.
Jeez, hold on. So critical on the Star Wars.
Gosh.
The Return of Napoleon Dynamite.
Cash.
Oh, okay. I do not see anything.
You don't see anything what?
on this Thrawn variant. Let's see if I type in 150. Ooh, okay. So someone's got a 9.8 for pretty much $2,000. It says $1,999.99. It's got 12 watchers or best offer. Someone's got a 9.4 sitting at $999, and it's got 7 watchers. It's also a signature series on top of that. So 9.4 signature series, and that looks like that is it.
He said, "What a surprise that I passed on the Star Wars book. This is my character now. This is what I have. This is what I've become."
Yeah. So those are the only 2 that are showing up right now. And hold on, it asked me, did
Bub's
you need
Comics in here. I think any Clone Wars new character should be spec now. That's fair. That's fair enough.
Clone Wars and Rebels?
Yeah.
Yeah. People need to start searching for that Ezra Bridger first appearance. So I mean, he is cameoed in the first what is it called? Kanan Last Padawan. And then his full appearance is in like issue 6, I believe.
You think they get 50 Cent to play Kanan live action?
No.
Do you get the reference?
Yes.
Good.
I don't know if the rest of the world will when they watch this. But yeah, it's definitely something for people to start specking on there because it makes sense. I don't know if I want to say this because I don't want to spoil it for anybody that has not watched Rebels. But
hold on.
What's happening?
Boom! Spoiler alert.
What?
Spoiler alert.
Oh. All right, cool. So, with that being said,
Bruce Willis was dead at the end of Sixth Sense.
What?
I'm so glad I got that out.
All right, so at the end of Rebels, pretty much Thrawn and Ezra got taken away with these big whale creatures into like somewhere. I don't know if it's another dimension or different galaxy or something like that, but they went together on the ship. Ezra had held him there so he could be taken away, and the fact that Thrawn has clearly appeared, or when he hasn't appeared in the show, but he has been brought up as he is clearly somewhere, you know, that is not in the situation with Ezra anymore. That means that more than likely Ezra is more than likely going to appear. On top of that, there was a clue on that the Ahsoka appearance, because there was the loaf cat that appeared, and anybody that's watched Rebels will know that there's a big connection between the loaf cat and Ezra Bridger. And then on top of that, there's the whole situation with the owl that was flying around while Ahsoka was walking through the forest, and that's supposed to be like the I can't think of what they're called, but it's the brother and sister that kind of represent the light side and the dark side. So the owl represents the sister who represents the light side. So that was basically her following Ahsoka around. And in Rebels, Ahsoka pretty much went into this other dimension where Ezra was, and they could basically go through these different like doors or panels or whatever that could basically show different outcomes into the future and stuff like that. So yeah, there's definitely going to be a lot of stuff going on, and they've got a lot of stuff to work with. I don't know if anybody watched the newest episode today. It was slightly predictable, but still pretty solid because, you know, just the collaboration and all the excitement that happens in it. It's really awesome. So, Bub says the Wonder Twins. Oh, you're referring to... I got you. He's referring to the light side and the dark side. Yeah. I am taking you to Star Wars school, Joe. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just super excited about this stuff because
I'm here to hate.
I don't...
We're the light side and the dark side.
I'm just super excited about it because I don't know if people realize like how like the masses will only understand Star Wars from like what's happened in the movies, but because there's so much more out there that they did like in the comics, and then of course the little animated shows, which was probably more I guess viewed by children than adults. Like there's a lot of stuff that people are missing. So when people watch certain stuff in these episodes, they're probably not gonna click and be like, they're gonna be like, okay, this episode was bland, but they're not seeing like the little small details that are being put in. Like I said, the whole loaf cat thing, and then the owl and all that stuff. And there's all these little small details that they're putting in for people that are aware to kind of figure out, which I don't know, I guess maybe sucks, but at the same time, it's like it's kind of cool if you know, type of thing. But the whole thing is that this Star Wars universe is essentially as big as the Marvel universe, so they have a lot of material that they can work with,
and a lot of stuff that they could just make up.
Exactly, because at this point they're basically trying to rewrite, or retcon some things anyways at this point. So moving on to this next one. All right, so we got this one, which I had no idea about. So this is basically Black Panther annual #1, and so I guess it's Shuri who takes over as Black Panther in like a different timeline or something like that, or universe timeline or something along that. But it is selling for $50. I'd have to say be safe on this one. As far as specking on it, it's kind of hard to tell because we have no idea exactly what is going to fully happen in this next Black Panther movie. And yeah, that's my take on that. So search for it. See, this one, like I said, play it safe. If you're going to try and buy it on the secondary market, try to find it in a lot. I think that's probably the best bet. Because if it's mixed up in a lot, you can probably catch it for a cheaper price, or get like you could get more for around the amount that it's going for. But at the same time, you can probably still catch it at an LCS and pick it up on the low as of right now. But I wouldn't wait too long on that. So that's more likely what I would try to do personally. So if I had it, I'd stash it off of that, because spec, who knows, it could be something. It could be nothing, but as long as you're not paying a crazy amount for it, it's not a big deal.
I want it. I like the cover.
So Joel said, I started watching Clone Wars this week, and then I'll watch Rebels. Yeah, definitely do that, and then it'll be nice because they're connected. So then you'll get to see Ahsoka and Rebels and be like, all right, they'll have like some mentions of some other stuff and like that. But I think Rebels really went more into like the Star Wars lore, so that's what really made me appreciate it. Because when Rebels came out, I had already watched the majority, or at least the amount of Clone Wars that was originally released before they put out the last season on Disney Plus. And so when Rebels came out, I was like, oh, they're just trying to like, it's a gimmick type of thing. They're just trying to keep things going or whatever, and they're just trying to make money off of stuff, which essentially it's a business. They are in a way, but they actually put as much time as they put into Clone Wars into Rebels, in my opinion. So it turned out pretty good. Bob says, I like Rebels better than Clone Wars. Yeah, and I can definitely understand that. I definitely thought it was better, so only half paid attention to them. So yeah. Can we talk about the hot garbage that cover is? Oh, this cover, the Black Panther cover.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm indifferent, I guess.
You're Sweden.
Hey, yes, I will be Sweden. Joel said, I think I've seen most of the Rebels season 1. I was advised I could just start with season 3 of Clone Wars, as that was, let's see. I would have to see an episode from season 3 or I don't know. Maybe. But I mean, it doesn't really hurt. I don't know. I think it would still be good to still watch it from there. If you wanted to start with season 3 and just go in, I mean, of course, like a lot of those shows, they do the whole recap thing and the episodes, so you can definitely catch up. But I would suggest to probably, like, if you do decide to just jump into season 3 and continue on, once you finish that, do take the time to just go back and watch from the very beginning. I think it does help. It does fill in a little bit more stuff because you get Shahir does not want to continue to talk about the Star War. But yeah, I think it will help.
I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
We're talking about the Star War that you slept through.
Oh, okay, bet.
Thank you. I'm not a fan of that cover yet. He said I'd only pay for this if it came from a $1 bin. Oh, wait, Joel's on the... Okay, so neither one of you like this cover.
Yeah, no. But you know who does? Me, and that's okay. I'll take it.
So Shahir will be on his own.
Hey, more for me.
Yeah, like I'm still gonna stick to what I said before.
More one cover for me. Bow, bow, bow.
I'm not gonna try and go hunting for it, but if I catch it at a decent price, why not?
Yeah, it's a pass, but it's also a stash if I could get it for $1 in the change back, like they said.
Right. Yeah.
All right. What's next?
So up next we got Miles Morales Spider-Man number 21. This is the 1-in-10 ratio variant, which is going for $30 raw. And I don't know what I was trying to put in this, but basically the event is that Uncle Aaron ends up getting killed. So
chocolate blood. No.
I guess that's a spoiler alert at that point. But
don't tell me.
I like one. It's gonna be a stash for me because of the event of Uncle Aaron passing. It's a solid cover, and then on top of that, it is a 1-in-10 ratio, and the price is not crazy for me at this point. It is a bit above ratio price, but it's not past $50, so I'm cool with it. So that'd be a stash for me if I copped it. I didn't. I'll keep my eye on it and see if I can catch something nice on it as far as the price.
Nah, this cover looks super dope. I like it. I've obviously slept on a lot of these covers, which is an issue now that I think about it.
I don't know. We just got. If only they opened up earlier before I had to, start work or whatever. So.
Mm-hmm.
Joel says, I feel like this cover is nice, but it's similar to half of the Miles covers out there. I can definitely see that. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
But I think it's always appealing with him because of the whole red and black scheme of his suit and everything like that. So
I just like how they they showed the highlights. They have the little gray blue tint, and then that's the same color as in the Spider-Man. So it's aesthetically pleasing.
Right.
And that's why I like it. It's tonally the same. They got away with using 3 colors, which I like.
Hold on. The other half have him with his mask half off. See, I've missed a lot of covers though, and I can't say if I think what I've probably maybe seen about 3 with the half mask. I don't know exactly how many exist. You might be able to tell me more. But yeah. Oh, Bub, what is your opinion on this one? Is it a stash? Is it a cash? Or is it a pass?
It's a crash, Bandicoot.
Bandicoot. Oh, he said I pass on defs. That's fair. Hey, Universe X, what's going on? Universe X says stash. Joel says, I'm kind of joking about the mask off cover. I don't know how many there are really. Okay, yeah. So, I think my only thing is I want to have like those, since at this point, like the Peter Parker books are starting to reach a little bit higher. I feel like it's a great opportunity for me to be able to get, all the keys for, Miles at a reasonable price that kind of fit into like those similar situations as well. So I think that's the only reason why it's a bigger situation where it's like a stash for me. Universe X says, I was out hunting, driving home now. Did you find it? Actually, we'll get to that at the end of the show. But yeah, let us know what you found out there. All right, so going on to the next book. So we have, which is actually a two-parter, which is the first time I think they've ever done this on the CBSI list. But this is Hawkeye 11 and 1, and the reason why is because they're connected. So this is the first appearance of Lucky the Pizza Dog. And I'm just going to let you know, in the words of Randy Jackson, this is a no for me, dog. So, whole thing is that apparently behind the scenes on set, what's his name? Is it Jeremy Renner? Got it right? Jeremy Renner? Okay, so he was, of course, suited up as Hawkeye, and he was apparently walking on set with a dog. So people are expecting that it is Lucky the Pizza Dog. So that is the hype around this book. I didn't catch any numbers on it, but didn't seem like it was too crazy. Hold on, let's see.
I'm sorry, is this a dog?
Yes, but not Snoop Doggy Dogg.
But it's a canine, correct? It's not a flurkin?
Nah, not a flurkin.
Or whatever the dog equivalent of flurkins are.
If there is one.
All right, so this is gonna be a stash for me. I like dogs.
It's gonna be a stash for you. This is very surprising.
I'm out here.
Oh, actually, you know what?
Shake up the world. That's what I'm doing.
We can go ahead and throw those other covers up as well.
I only downloaded one because I'm a rebel.
Okay, so
this is number 1.
Yeah. So there is a second print of number 1 as well out there, so be aware of that, because we're in the age of where second prints are also spiking. But they also said number 1, which is let me get on it, because it was also a first appearance in number 1. Oops. So yes, let's see. Hawkeye number 1.
Just a Rican in here, yo. What's going on?
What's going on, man? So we have the first team appearance of Tracksuit Mafia. Okay.
Oh, man. I remember when I used to wear tracksuits all the time.
That's the first.
Big look.
I'm gonna say we might even see these people in the show, because they got it coming out. They started shooting and stuff. So, okay, so that's what. Okay, now I remember what's going on. So basically, Hawkeye number 1 is the first appearance of Lucky the Pizza Dog. That's the reason why that's spiking. But then issue 11 is basically being told within his perspective. So. Not quite sure why that's as important, but
you want to hear the dog's perspective?
Yeah, so that is what we're running on with that one. Like I said, it's a pass for me. You said it's a stash for you.
Stash. We'll buy 28 copies. Bark, dang.
So, hold on, Jordan.
6, right? Nope, 7, 8. Boom.
Joel said I used to want a sweatsuit. Bob said pass. Okay. See, he's with me on this one.
I've appeared in entire movies in a sweatsuit.
Is anybody else passing on this, or are you guys with Shahir on this with a stash?
Everyone's passing except me.
Wait, it hasn't been. Oh, okay, Universe X said pass.
It's
Joel said stash.
The pizza
Joel
dog.
said stash though.
Yes.
Regan, just Rican said pass as
2
well.
2 for 5.
He said, Universe X says, I'm not all with the Hawkeye series.
I think he's meant. I'm not all in with the Hawkeye series. I can understand that. I think it'll be. I like I said, it's all about framing. If they can make him as endearing as that Hawkeye run, or as endearing as he was inside of Endgame, then hey, I'll take it.
All right, we'll see you then. Regan said he'll be right back. He says his wife's calling. Yeah, I would. I don't know. I'm just excited to see this. I don't know. I've been really excited to see like Black Widow just because it's like it should be like a different vibe because we're not getting like a hero with powers. You know what I mean? So I'm really interested to see like this hand-to-hand combat, like the stuff that we got to see in the Winter Soldier, like between Steve and Bucky. Like I'm really looking forward to stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
And of course we're gonna get this whole Ronin thing, and then there's some information that we're gonna discuss once we get to the end of this list. That has to do with the series, which is really cool stuff we've been saying since the book with the character was spiking. So yeah. All right, so next one book we were actually not we just hit up and we're in the cover price section now. So that was the end of the CBSI list. Now we're in the cover price list. It's not super long because a lot of the stuff on the list was repeating stuff that we'd already discussed from the other episodes and stuff like that.
There's a whopping 2 books left.
Oh yeah, just that. Okay, so 2 books, and then we can sit here and discuss all the comic book news that came out. There's a lot of big stuff. So if you didn't find out about it already, you're gonna find out about it today. So we have Star Wars Kanan, the Last Padawan. This is a stash for me. If you got it, I don't have it, and I'm not gonna be trying to pick it up in a already graded form. So I would have to try and pick this up raw. I'm not even going to... It's key because it's pretty much everybody in Rebels, all the main characters in Rebels, it's their first appearance with the exception of Ezra, but it's more of a cameo for Ezra. And then first full appearance is like issue 6, like I said. So...
Is this a Star Wars?
It's a Star Trek.
Pass.
Why? Take 1.
I'm sure I did already.
All right. Hold on. So Joel said it's the step up for the young girls, Hawkeye. Yeah, definitely. Which is part of the Young Avengers gateway, which is why I'm in. Oh, absolutely. I can definitely agree with that. And that's understandable. That makes perfect sense. It's great spec logic on top of that, which is also confirmed spec logic at the Universe X says stash 2 already. Bad, because that's definitely going to be one to keep an eye on, and got long-term potential, especially if we do get to see Ezra pop up, which I don't know how that works because it's always iffy in the market about the cameo or the first full of what's going to be the hotter book. So like I've been saying, I'm gonna keep saying it. Keep an eye out on that issue 6. I think it's issue 6. Don't quote me on it. Probably have to look it up and everything. But yeah, keep an eye on that issue 6, if that is that actual issue or first full appearance of Ezra. Joe said I'm on the hunt for a decent price and then I'll stash. Absolutely, I'm right there with you. I don't have it, but I don't know if I'm gonna even be getting it. There's other ones, because see, since it's already started moving, I'm trying to be ahead of the curve with other ones. So right now I'm currently looking for first appearance of Asherad Het, who later becomes Darth Krayt, in that Legends, Star Wars Legends books that was done by I can't think of the artist. I think it's him. He does his initials AH.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah. Oh man, who knows?
Is it a Star Wars?
But he does more than Star Wars books.
Is it Aaron Hernandez?
No. Or is it AH or is it HA? I don't know. I'll have to figure this out later. But yeah, so he did the covers for the Star Wars Legends books that was spiking last week, and people were specking on that book because it has
Ashton Kutcher.
No, it does not have Ashton Kutcher. It has 2
Ashton
appearances, but one
Kutcher.
of the big...
A.H. Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, Hutcher. No. but it has 2 first appearances in there, and one of them is Darth Krayt, and Darth Krayt is actually Asherad Het.
Asheroth?
Asherad, because his father is Sharad Het, so he is Asherad Het. So basically, he is Darth Krayt, and I didn't know why they called him Darth Krayt until I realized that he wears a skull helmet of an animal, and it's actually the skull of a Krayt dragon. And I believe Krayt dragons I believe it's the dragon that they killed in the Mandalorian on that second episode. That dragon that was taking out the Sand People and stuff. So who knows? It could potentially be a thing where he pops up, because he pretty much was supposed to be used for the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series that they were going to shoot, but then they decided to not do that because it was too similar to the Mandalorian. So they may still use him. I guess it's just really to be determined, but I think they're supposed to be shooting pretty soon in Boston, is what I saw.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Star Wars, so I'm just out here. Darth Krayt would have had a pretty big head then.
I don't know. Maybe it was a baby dragon that he killed. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. Oh, so he's like dang. What's the Pokemon? The
Killbone.
No, Cubone. Yeah.
Cubone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a Cubone.
Yo, this is crazy that Pokemon cards are popping again.
No, it's not.
I did.
They've never not been popping.
I literally gotta hit up my parents and be like, "Hey, yo, so you guys still got those?" Cause I literally gave them to my brother.
Yeah, you guys rob him.
I had some pretty good ones. Yeah. But all right, so
rob him.
Yeah, so there's the Darth Krayt, Asherad Het first appearance, because he becomes Darth Krayt, and then Quinnen Vaz. You're
just making up names now.
I think I said it right. It's something Q with Vaz, but he is a character who's a Jedi that was like a secret agent, and so they basically had him going to like different planets undercover and stuff like that. He was handpicked by Mace Windu. He was pretty much one of the people that was considered to be still alive even after Order 66 when the Jedi got killed by the clone troopers. So he could potentially, be one of those characters that finds
Baby Yoda.
Grogu. We're gonna call him by his name, Grogu.
Baby Yoda.
But so yeah, he could potentially be alive. On top of that, the reason why I think they could do that is because in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, they had a extra character that's in a scene which they used to create the look of him, and so if they wanted to, they could be like, oh yeah, he did exist, and just retcon it and be like, yeah, he's placed right here. He was just undercover on Tatooine and everything like that, and he couldn't help Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan during the Darth Maul situation because he didn't want to blow his cover or whatever, if they wanted to. Bub
Tune in next week first.
Y'all started talking Pokemon and I'm pulling my and shit. Nah, we didn't go that deep. We pulled back. We did a U-turn.
We didn't even name any Pokemon.
We did name a Pokemon.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what we started with.
The child.
Fair enough.
Universe X is the child.
Yeah. Baby Yoda.
Joel says about comics, that's fair.
No, it's not. It's not fair.
Uh-oh. What'd you say? It says this message is held for review. I gotta.
It says today's episode was badass. I'll show up.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why that was held for review.
All right, so
there's only one more left.
Yeah, moving on to this last one. I really don't even know how I feel about this, but it's New Avengers number 9, The Standoff. So this is the first cover appearance and full appearance of American Kaiju. And
I wanna be an American Kaiju.
I believe this was in the top 20 list on Key Collector last week, because I'd already had seen it. This ended up on the Cover Price top 10 list for this week because they released their stuff on Mondays. Yeah, I don't even know how I feel about this one. I really don't. I'm like, And then I'm like, maybe. I feel like
So you're like that meme. With the lady. Like,
yeah, because I don't know if I'm more off put because of his appearance. Like the kaiju thing looks cool, but then he has the American flag tatted on him. I'm just
it's
like,
painted.
okay, painted, but how does that work?
Do you know how strong a tattoo gun would have to have a tattoo machine to pierce through the first layer of that skin? Oh my goodness.
Hold on. Universe X said pass. Joel says if Slan is going to sing it, I'm going to buy it.
I like
otherwise pass as well. And then Universe X says looks like Godzilla's protesting. Absolutely, I can agree to this.
I like approximately
Patriotic Godzilla.
1/8 of this cover, and that is the part where it says American Kaiju right underneath his face, right underneath the flag and the mouth. Like that's some excellent artwork right there. Otherwise, yeah, this is a pass. This is a pass, and I'm confused.
So prices aren't too crazy.
It's still a pass. This could have been $5, and
I've definitely seen this book though. I don't know. I've never been like for like the newer for the new Avengers stuff. I haven't been like super digging for it. I went for like this was back in the hype where I was looking for the Ronin issues and stuff like that. So after that, I got the first appearance of Ronin, and then the first appearance of Maria Hill, and maybe a couple of other things. But then after that, I was like, oh, these are probably like the most I really even need to look for. Never once even suspected this book at all. But prices are going for $4 to $30 raw grade, and then there is a sale for a 9.8 that went for $40. So I don't know, man. Search just. If it interests you or you want to try and flip or whatever, I would just say
if it interests you, get some help. You specifically.
You say you got problems if you're trying to get it? Is that what you're trying to say? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hold on. So Universe Bub said fast pass. First Maria Hill is sexy. Why do they keep hiding that? Okay, he says First Maria Hill is a sexy ass cover. Yes, because it's got the Spider Woman on it. I think I got like 2 copies of it. I'm surprised that book has not moved a little bit more because she has been in stuff.
She don't do nothing.
That's true. Like maybe
she did the most in Spider-Man Far From Home.
Right. Yeah. We do need to get some more Maria Hill action out here.
They should have just gave her a show. I don't know why they didn't.
I'm very surprised they didn't give her a show. Like she's running things, so it would make sense.
But she's also in space now, so maybe.
Oh, because of wait, what?
They're in space. Her and Fury. Remember, end of Far From Home. Also, spoilers if you didn't see Far From Home.
It's true. I don't know why, for whatever reason, I was trying to like see back from the Captain Marvel movie. Just because there's space stuff. So I'm like, at what point did I see space any other time? So, like I said, everything is starting to become jumbled at this point. Like, I feel like I need to get out more.
Yeah, well, you can't. We're on lockdown.
But yeah, so, oh, and also he's going to be appearing in the whole King in Black tie-in. So that is another reason why it's hyped up. So,
did you get King in Black? We did not yet. We'll get it tomorrow. Maybe.
Probably. Oh, yeah, no. I'm definitely down to go cop stuff because it's like, hopefully there's anything left.
That'd be weird if there wasn't. There's like 78,000 covers.
And that is it for the list. And so we can sit here and talk about comic book news. But what was I going to say earlier?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either, but Universe X is supposed to let us know what he picked up on his hunt. Yeah, Universe X said that's the main reason. Yeah, because the King in Black tie-in. But all right, so I'm gonna just go ramble down this. Oh, what?
What?
I don't even know how I just did that.
What you do?
I apparently just deleted the whole. Oh no. Oh no. Wait. Yeah. Wait.
I'm still confused.
I just deleted that whole thing. So I'm just gonna ramble it off the top of my head of what I can remember. We have.
Oh no, I can tell you right now, it's still here for me.
Oh yeah, I did message it to you on Facebook.
News to talk about. In the news today, which one do you want to
What do we win?
I guess we could talk about the. Do you want to talk most recent to oldest or oldest to most recent? All right. Well, you know what? Universe X already said it, so let's start off with that. Naomi is in development for the CW with Ava DuVernay at the helm. Boom.
What is going on? We got issues. He said, "Grab that King in Black, number 1 in 200 soup." Oh wow, 1 in 200. Yikes! That sounds like it's gonna be expensive.
But yeah, Ava DuVernay sets to direct or produce the DC Comics drama Naomi at the CW. What does that mean? Who knows? Because last year we were introduced to the character, brand new character in February, and we had 6 issues. She's appeared in Young Justice, and that's about it. So we don't really know where the show is gonna end up going. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how this series takes place.
And we were talking about this earlier today before the show, and this kind of feels like this is probably a ploy to get more people, drawn into it before they bring into this, or probably around. It really depends on when this is going to get released, as far as whether it's to bring people into the next, like get them interested into the first part as they're going into the second part of Naomi's story, or to just release it and then have it, get people drawn in with that and then bring them into the second part of Naomi's story. So I don't know. It's great because it has her directing it, because she's attached to some pretty big things. But then it's kind of like, oh, I don't know at the same time, because it's for the CW. But we have Flash that was solid. We did have Arrow that was pretty solid as well. So there is a possibility that this too, has a good amount of stuff going for it. I'm gonna say hold for me. If you have extra copies of Naomi, by all means, go ahead and cash out. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely gonna be keeping my 2 9.8s in the PC permanently. They're not going anywhere, so I am in it. Bub says trash character crashed and burned, and then they're going to make the show anyways. Makes no sense to me. I feel like it's probably, like I said, it's probably the ploy to bring people in, and then on top of that, they're trying to, everyone's streaming wars. CW is, of course, Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is owned by AT&T. AT&T is trying to figure out things because they're trying to lower their debt. It's just for people that are into stocks. Like I own AT&T in the stock, so it's a really good dividend play. But they're lowering their debt because they have a new person in charge over there, and they're kind of trying to make all these plays, of course, to bring in more money. So it's like you have that, and then you have the situation, of course, where there's a lot of companies are trying to bring characters and stuff, in media for, different groups of people, I guess, whether it's ethnic or, dealing with sexuality and everything like that. So I feel like that's another thing that they're trying to bring in with this whole thing. So they're trying to give, more to an audience directed around that way. And then on top of that, she's a young girl, so it's going to bring in the kids and stuff like that. It wasn't like Naomi's series was like anything super dark, you know what I mean? So it just gives them, more stuff to work with.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't think the character crashed and burned. I think it's just there were 6 issues, and then Young Justice Appearances, and that was it.
It's honestly, it was just them. It wasn't the character that so much died. It was just they just stopped putting her in stuff to keep the momentum going.
Right. So that's why I was saying I don't know if this announcement is their way of assuring in that the next few issues of the book so that that could get some heat.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I mean, if you got it, like a lot of people, well, so then there's the two groups of people. There's a lot of people who ended up getting it, especially that issue 1, that first week or first 2 weeks, because I think we got it the second week it was released.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and it was just there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think like a few weeks later after that, maybe.
No, it was literally the next week.
Yeah. The next week there was a big spike in it. It was selling for like $300 or something. So if you ended up getting a $300 copy of the book, definitely stash it.
And somebody sold it for like $700.
Yeah, so don't cash that, because you're gonna be getting about $150. Maybe you get $300 for it.
He just sold one today.
Did I? Back to what we're talking about. But yeah, so yeah, you're gonna get about $150 for it. So if you're taking a loss on it, then I definitely wouldn't suggest that you do that. So just go ahead and stash it.
Universe X says CW is notorious for killing characters, which is true. Of course, we see Black Lightning has been canceled, but it's interesting that they're giving
Painkiller,
secondary character.
Painkiller.
I mean, we'll call him Painkiller, absolutely. But that would be like a secondary character.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're giving a secondary character from the Black Lightning show their own TV series. So it's interesting to see what they're trying to pull over there. And maybe I don't know. I feel like they're not actually they're canceling Black Lightning, but I feel like the character is still going to be carried on into other stuff. Which,
Yeah, but I think maybe you can let me know, because you're here. I think he might be talking about just how the CW does nothing for the characters. Like,
okay.
Like if you put it on the CW show, it's not going to spike the comic book, really. It's not. And then it's also probably going to end up showing them in a more negative light. So,
True.
So I can understand that as well. The CW shows are cool, but like nothing groundbreaking or
which
incredible, which is weird, because they have a whole HBO Max now where they're developing what are going to be more ambitious projects. So throwing this on to the CW, I guess, is kind of like I don't know, maybe they are just making it like a teen drama as opposed to something that has,
which is what I was expecting. And it's kind of like, it almost, like I said, I don't want to like bash the CW, because like I said, I've enjoyed the Flash and Green Arrow and stuff like that, but the CW seems like the Team B if we're talking about it being put on HBO Max as Team A. And I can definitely, like, I agree with if that's what you were saying, because of course we saw
We Got Issues says, I think Far Sector is a better investment. You know what? Yeah, that might be true. That might be true. I'm looking to get a copy of that right now.
I don't know if I'm hip.
Far Sector is the Green Lantern. Joe.
Okay.
Sojourner.
Yes, definitely. I'll attest to that too. But what I was gonna say is,
I wouldn't say they're 1-to-1 though. So.
Huh?
I said I wouldn't say that they're 1-to-1. Like I don't think they're in comparison. I'm just saying that like she might end up in the Green Lantern show, which is already established and it's already on HBO Max, so it's going to get more money. Mm-hmm. Even though they're both produced by Greg Berlanti, doesn't make sense. Like I said, look at Naomi's, like, even if you check by the covers, like as it progresses, like the first cover is just like, okay, yeah, she's there, she's doing detective work. But then by the last cover, it's just like, all right, you can tell that her power set is incredible. Mm-hmm. How are you doing that on CW? It's gonna be half-assed at best. So there definitely has to be a dramatic point that they're going to drive in, and I think it's going to be the relationship with her parents, because they're white and she's adopted, and then so I think that first season is going to probably be more so the mystery.
It has to, because I don't honestly know how much what material do they really have to work with,
exactly,
unless they already had this planned a while back and everything like that. But I was gonna say the whole thing about, it not really doing anything for the characters. Like, we literally saw that happen with King Shark when he appeared in Flash, and the book started getting bought up more, but the numbers weren't going as crazy as they are now with the whole Suicide Squad situation.
Right.
Oh, but while we're in this, we might as well combine this with the other situation of HBO deciding to drop all movies from 2021 in theaters and on HBO Max. So
Warner Brothers smashes box office windows. Will send entire 2021 slate to HBO Max and theaters concurrently. Wow, that is wild.
it is.
That is truly wild.
I literally don't know how to feel. I don't have HBO Max, but they've definitely convinced me to cop it because you got all the all the DC stuff that's coming out for it.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Matrix coming out. I'm excited about that. You got I'm really excited about Mortal Kombat. I've been waiting for a revamp since who knows what. So.
I, honest to God, cannot justify seeing The Matrix 4 on my TV.
Let's make sure not leaving anybody out. Joel
Poor
said,
Mike says, hello, everybody.
What's going on, man? Hold on. Let me make sure I'm reading everybody's stuff. So Joel said, I won a CBCS 7.5 Signature Series Naomi one for Comic Tom. Oh, yeah. Nice. I've been looking for it. Yeah, I've been trying to find Signature Series ones for a decent price, but I haven't come across anything great yet, and I'm kind of scared to crack any of my 9/8s open because I got like a 9/8 of the first print, a 9/8 of the second, the 9/8 of the variant, and then I have the 9/8 of the con edition. So like I don't know if I want to risk it on all of them. Oops. So he also says I hope to cash the hell out of of that, but not holding my breath.
Brandon is a Naomi hoarder. You should talk to him about that.
That's not that. It's not that.
Maybe
deep.
not a 7.5. If it was a 9.8, he would be like, let's talk about it.
Universe X says pretty solid. Don't cut it. We got issues. Says I think Far Side. Oh, we already read that part. Universe X says if it was for HBO Max would be totally different, and I definitely agree. Bub says they put a ton of hype in her and then nothing, which absolutely agree with that. There's honestly no denying that. It's really weird how that even happened because they dropped it, it gained heat. He did the whole press release thing on it on the Fallon show.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Jimmy Fallon? It was one of the late night shows.
I don't know.
And then we had her being put in the other issue. So yeah, that was definitely interesting to just see. Like we said that as soon as it started, there's like nothing. We're just like, what's they doing? Yeah. If there was a time to run with it, that would be the time.
Catch Naomi now. If the trailer sucks, this will be the hottest it'll get. Well, no, like I said, we'll see, because last year I think was the hottest it'll get. Like we talked about how it was selling $700, $300. Like if the 9.8 start going for like $300 right now, then that'll be pretty high, but it'll be similar to what it was then. If it starts pushing higher, like 500s to 700s, then yeah, I'd definitely cash it. Because yeah, if the trailer sucks, I'm gonna see a big drop, and that's when I'd say you can start buying it back up again. Because even if the show's trash, I think it's gonna be a situation where they might end up putting more love into the actual comic book, or they might change hands with the creatives to see if they could breathe new life into it. And if that happens, then anything's possible. So then we could see it down the line, like 10 years, 20 years down the line. So don't give up hope, but if it hits those highs, then definitely cash.
We got issue says invest in the streaming services now. LOL hot stock picks. Yeah. What ATM? What I'm not familiar.
At the moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely agree. I've got my Disney shares. I got my AT&T shares for Warner Brothers. I don't have any Netflix because I kept missing out on getting in when it dropped to like the 300s and the 400 levels or lower 400 levels. So I'll still be waiting. I'm more big on the Disney. It's like I'm really banking on Disney at this point.
Also very upset that it won't go low. Poor Mike said that he is here from Bub's post, so thank you very much for posting. We appreciate that.
Shout out to you, Bub.
Yeah.
Uh,
You take all of
Bob
the
also
views.
he says, but they don't follow through. I think they just, wait, hold on. But they don't follow through. I think this is just to get subs. Then they will delay digital releases after theaters open back up. Possibility, but I
I
don't
think
think
they have to.
I
They
don't think.
have to follow through at least for 2021
Uh-huh.
because the stocks literally went up because of this announcement.
They did,
If
yeah. They moved from 28 to 29.
if
High
they start pulling
29s.
it, then all of those stocks are going to get sold. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, it definitely be a bad look on them. At least if we're talking about like within the market, the stock market and everything like that. Because yeah, they were in the low 28s. I bought some at 26 and 27, and then they started moving up, and they were lingering in the 28 area. And now they started pressing up to the high 29s and starting to break 30, and they haven't been at the 30 level in a good minute. So they don't want to risk that. So I think all through next year, like Shahir was saying, is that they should definitely do that, which would be understandable. I don't think too many people are going to actually complain about it because they're going to get a whole year of some pretty solid content that's supposed to be coming out. And then if they decide to change it up after that, then, it is what it is.
It's like a ridiculous amount of content.
So Bub just said to make the DC movies, I don't think they mind looking bad. I don't know, man. I've been feeling the last movies that were released. I did feel I was enjoying. I did enjoy Aquaman. I did enjoy Shazam. I did enjoy the Joker. Like, am I saying like they were like crazy good? No, not at all. But I did enjoy them, and I would definitely watch them again. And it does have me looking forward to the other stuff. I would put that out there though.
Poor Mike, where are you at? He said theaters around here are only showing one show per house per day because of all of the cleaning they have to do. Yeesh, that is crazy. I mean, we haven't been to the movies at all since anything
I don't
happened.
think nothing's open out here, is it?
Nothing's open in the state, yeah.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, Tampa. Yeah, that is wild. In our neighboring Virginia, theaters are open, but with the shows like they're not servicing movies, so there's only a few like Freaky with Vince Vaughn and just a couple more things. So what was it? Angry Grandpa thing that Robert De Niro is in. Yeah, so they only have a few things, but then they're also doing the $99 rentals at the movie theaters, and there's 2 of those every day. So yeah, maybe a little less stringent than Tampa.
I gotta ask Eric. He was out in Tampa, but I don't know if this man even be going to the movies and stuff like that. So we talked about that. We talked about HBO Max. Then we have
one
the situation.
more thing. Yeah,
I was just making sure I was looking at the right thing because it's got the small box, so it's not the full messenger thing. So I can't see everything. So last thing is honestly it's hard for me to really even speak on this because at this point it's almost like hearsay, but I guess it was noted that it did actually happen. So basically Sony's Latin YouTube page released some stuff on Spider-Man 3 that they may not have had the clearance to do.
Yeah,
but
I could just read it. It says,
okay.
Spider-Man, a video published by Sony Channel Latin America, says anything can happen in Marvel Studios and Sony Spider-Man 3, appearing to tease a crossover between Tom Holland's wall crawler and past iterations of the character played by Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. The Spanish language video, titled The Three Spider-Men Together and published on the official Sony channel Latino America on YouTube, asks viewers, who's your favorite Spider-Man? You don't have to choose. In the Marvel multiverse, anything can happen. And I think it's kind of interesting because
It's the same thing Jamie Foxx said.
Well, yeah, that, but then also it seems like they seem to be servicing their Latin American countries like pretty well, because the same thing with like the Venom links in Brazil. Like, yeah, so any Spider-Man news you need, just maybe check in with Latin America and see what's going on.
Yeah, and so they were saying because of that they may potentially be releasing something, a little teaser or something like that within, sometime this month, maybe in the next week or so. But at this point, I feel like they should just let it be free, and then people will just be waiting for the trailer regardless. Because when it comes out, people are gonna want to watch it anyways. But I'm already like, with them using those specific words and the fact that these are the same, literally almost word for word of what Jamie Foxx said when he was asked whether or not he was coming back, and everything, but it was already confirmed. The cat's out the bag. So definitely excited. We'll see how this goes. Poor Mike says, I only go there because I fixed their AC. He says, not to watch movies. Hey, man,
Bob said, wasn't Jamie Foxx and Andrew Garfield bad enough already? Who asked for more?
You're the first person I've heard to say that, because I like this perspective, because I've heard so many people say that they actually enjoyed Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. Not that they really love the movies, but they did enjoy him as Spider-Man. So it made me interested in wanting to check it out. I haven't checked it out because every streaming place that has it wants you to pay extra. So I just haven't done it. But
you get it for $4 at Record Exchange. Everybody go to Record Exchange, Silver Spring, forever in Maryland.
You can definitely do that.
But yeah, so most people say that they like Peter Parker. I mean, what's it called? They like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man because he's quippy and is similar to like how he is in the comics. But then his Peter Parker is more emo and hot. So they're just like, so then you have like a bunch of women who are like, oh yeah, we love Peter Parker because he's Andrew Garfield, and Andrew Garfield is like, young woman sex symbol. And but then there's a bunch of guys that are just like, this is not Peter, like this is all weird. And then they go into like the Hey Arnold thing where they're just like, oh yeah, your parents aren't really dead. Wow. Stuff like that. So it's really interesting.
I feel like since those are pretty much the only Marvel movies that I haven't seen, I have to just watch it, at least check it out, and complete the whole thing. But yeah, I still have not seen those movies.
Universe X says definitely Brazil has some of the biggest cons, and they always have news that we don't get out here. Exactly, yeah. Like so they definitely had something, and they were just like, oh man. All right, well, let's just wait a week and then post it onto the internet.
Who in America's paying to Latin youth?
Yeah, because I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Spider-Man is still slated for December of next year. Yeah. So, yeah, we're geared up already. Right. But I mean, hey, they haven't given us a Venom trailer, and that was supposed to come out in September. So,
there was something else that you had brought up that they hadn't dropped a trailer for.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, right.
And then Joel says, I can't say I'm excited about bringing back the old Spider-Man. They're okay, and it serves to open up Spider-Verse, then sure, but I'm not nostalgic for them. Definitely nostalgic for the Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, I think we brought this up on the last episode because you said something similar, and because you were asking me if I was, and I was saying that I wasn't so much about Garfield, and I couldn't get Garfield's name. Yeah. But I was more about Tobey. I mean, I don't know. Tom Holland his Spider-Man has been my favorite Spider-Man.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put that out. But I do, since I was younger around that time when those Tobey movies came out, I do have a nostalgia thing for it, and I honestly wanted to see it run a little bit more because I felt like having that third movie was such a letdown. I was excited as a kid to see him in the black suit, but other than that, I did not care for the movie at all. And it was like
Dancing Peter?
No. Emo Peter?
Yeah. Come on now. So, Bub says, not my Peter.
Is that a hashtag? If not, you need to use this. This needs to be your tag, not
Universe
my
X says, Tobey was my least favorite Spider-Man, which is interesting. But, I mean, you know what? He probably is the worst Spider-Man. He's probably the second best Peter. And
so who's first best Peter?
Huh?
Who's the first best Peter?
Tom Holland.
Okay.
I think Tom Holland's the best of both.
Okay.
And then the Peter B. Parker, then he used to say no. And then Joel says there was a rumor that Venom trailer might drop at Brazil, but are they actually having a con, which would be wild.
Unless they do a virtual one, like. But then
Yeah,
that's
that's
like
true,
but that's not really exclusive then.
Let's see. This is running right now. Okay, so then that's why. Yeah, all right, then that's why it happened.
Oh, so they have a con going on right now.
If that is actually true, because I mean I don't know for sure,
But that would make more sense.
But it says that it's Thursday, December 3rd through Sunday, December 6th, which is
and maybe they
right
just
now.
dropped the news a little too early before
Right.
they had already announced it. That would make sense.
But hold on, this is so on Collider. Yeah, no, it is going on.
Bob says compare Peters on this episode of Brandon and Wondersland.
And it's virtual. What?
Oh, it is virtual.
Yeah, it is virtual. So yeah, that probably all right. Yeah, so I'll be happy if we could see a Venom 2 trailer. That'll be cool, because I mean, not saying that Venom 1 was the greatest movie of all time, but I enjoyed it because I enjoy all comic book movies, and don't judge me for it. I just do. Like everybody's talking about, oh man, Justice League was bad. I look at my post and I'm just like, you know what? I actually like the Justice League, and the lip didn't bother me. On screen, on television, it does. I don't know why. What's going on? It's like the lower the quality is, the worse it looks.
I'm trash as well. I did.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
I
Justice League as well, and I don't know, because I was just like, I didn't like Batman versus Superman. But Bub was saying to compare the Peters, and I literally was thinking about that before I read what you had wrote, and I was just like, can you just imagine the meeting and then be like, you lost Uncle Ben? I lost Uncle Ben. Who? Tom Holland's just like, who is Uncle Ben?
But there is an Uncle Ben.
And what?
Yeah.
What did I miss?
I mean, he references him, and they also, he has his luggage. Like the luggage is Ben's
I completely missed
in
this.
Far From Home.
Okay, I completely missed that.
But yeah, there's an Uncle Ben. They just didn't tell the story again.
I got you.
Because remember, Tony cut him off when he was about to tell the origin story in Civil War.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Poor Mike. I like everything I watch. Hey, sometimes you just gotta like what you see.
Yeah, you think about the Blade movies. Yeah. Not the greatest thing ever.
We got issue says, I can't believe how popular Venom has become. I'm enjoying the ride. He's a very cool character. Venom is a very cool character, and it'll be interesting to see what they end up doing with the Flash Thompson version of him, if they ever end up getting to that.
Yeah.
And then Universe X says, I want to see Carnage. We all want to see Carnage. That's why we're waiting for this trailer. The movie should be out already. It should have already released. We should have seen Black Widow, Wonder Woman 84, The Eternals. Yeah, like all these movies. Venom, yeah, all these movies should have already come out. It's really a weird time, and we haven't even gotten a trailer yet, and the movie was supposed to already come out. That's crazy to me, because it's not like they're reshooting right now. They just have it.
Let's see what happens after this week. I think they're all gonna have to try and figure something out, especially with Warner Brothers dropping this news about the stream. So I think people are gonna have to be like, all right, we're doing this or nah. So
Universe X says a character is as cool as the villains it has. I mean, Spider-Man, Batman, those crazy rose galleries.
Yeah.
Static. I'm throwing them out there. His rose gallery is lit.
We'll see.
Shout out to the Bang Babies.
Yeah.
Real talk. Woody Harrelson ain't getting younger. They better hurry up. Yeah.
Oh, that's very true. Yeah.
I mean, but they already shot it. It's not an issue. But if they want to see him for a sequel, but I mean,
I'm not trying to see CGI Woody Harrelson.
Let's see.
We already saw that Will Smith. It was not all right.
Let's see. They killed. Green Goblin. There we go. Green Goblin. They killed Doc Ock. They killed Venom.
Oh,
they killed Sandman.
about Doc Ock, there is rumor that
that Alfred Molina is going to be in the movie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
they killed Wow, damn! I just can't remember. Electro. They killed Electro. They killed Mysterio.
Jake Gyllenhaal signed back on. They're like, what?
Who else did they kill? They didn't kill anybody in the first one, right? Far From Home, the first villain was. Why can't I think of it? Oh,
Far From Home was
Vulture. Yeah, they did not kill Vulture.
Wait, Homecoming was Vulture.
That's what I meant.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
First,
I was like, because you said Far
yeah.
From Home, and I was like,
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, no, they killed. They did not kill Vulture. They did not kill Scorpion. So,
which we all know we're going to be in the Morbius movie. So
yeah, so
we got to get some more on Morbius too. That's
the point is they could kill Carnage easily, like nothing.
Right, which would be fine. But see, the thing is, if they did kill Carnage, I feel like that would be a thing that would be short lived.
Oh, they didn't kill Rhino either.
I wouldn't know. I didn't see.
Spoiler alert.
I didn't see that movie.
I'll be impressed if Melina is still in fighting shape. Oh my goodness, yeah, that is. I mean, he didn't do much in the first one. He was barely in fighting shape 20 years ago.
So do we still get Daredevil's Matt Murdock? I mean, I didn't mean to say Daredevil. Ben Affleck's Matt Murdock. Do we still get that?
That'd be wild.
They go that deep.
Universe X said they got to bring Sentry to kill Carnage.
That would be awesome.
They'd be like, "Hey, what's going on right now? We don't know who this is."
And they literally go through the whole Ultimate Carnage thing. I think this is shaping up to be.
I hope there's, to use the Avengers, I hope there's an end game to it. Like I hope they set out to do this as opposed to they're just like throwing it at the wall right now.
Right.
Like I hope there's a real like reason for everything that they're doing, because this is before Multiverse of Madness, and then it's between WandaVision, which is supposed to set up Multiverse of Madness. So we'll see if the effect of WandaVision has, if the events in WandaVision have an effect on Spider-Man, which then rolls into Multiverse of Madness, and then we get like a weird summary. Because like I said, I feel like, well, hopefully he'll be in the suit most of the time. I don't want to see weird Raggedy Ann Cletus Cassidy.
Universe X says, damn, Spider-Man is running out of villains. Bub is like, I'll be impressed. Oh, wait, you already read that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I read all these so far. Yeah.
Bub's last one, I hope Woody doesn't wear the Sideshow Bob wig.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, hopefully he'll just be in the suit.
We can just modernize him already. We don't have to have the, there's certain things, elements that you're like, oh, I wish this was like the comics, and then there's certain things that they're just not necessary. So.
And poor Mike said, I'm excited for the new Disney shows, as we should be. Earlier we were talking about how people are a little weary about Hawkeye. I'm excited for Hawkeye.
I'm excited.
The first show comes out. It's supposed to come out, I think, in January, and that is WandaVision. So hopefully they're sticking to that. Then after that, it's going to be Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then the Loki show, I believe.
I think the Loki one is the only one I'm really not looking forward to as much. I mean,
I'm looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not like on a scale. It's on the lower end for me. I'm really excited to see this Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel thing.
I'm not, after seeing her costume.
I didn't see it.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. How bad is it? On a scale of 1 to 10.
Joe said the leaked set photos show Woody with a different wig that's toned down a bit. That's good. Universe X said, man, I've had Disney Plus for half a year now and only watched The Mandalorian.
I'm right there with you, but there are some other stuff that's pretty good. If you haven't checked out like their Marvel documentary content.
616.
Well, there's a couple other ones, and then they have like the Star Wars documentary. I thought those were pretty cool. The Jeff Goldblum thing where he goes to places and they go and dig into like the history of certain things. One was like on ice cream and tattoos and a whole bunch of other stuff. I thought those were pretty cool on how they did it. They even did like one on like sneakers. So if you're like a sneaker collector or whatever, you might enjoy that. So they've got some good stuff. I just haven't taken the time. Like I originally just got it for the Star Wars and Marvel content, and I was hoping that it was supposed to drop because, of course, they had the schedule set out and everything like that. And you know, things happen at this point. So, wait. So poor Mike said, just read Champions 1 and I like it. Gonna get trade paperback probably.
The new one?
Yeah, is it the new one? Excuse me. Universe X says records ?
I'm also a record collector. It's like Guinness World Records or vinyl. What are we doing?
Oh, okay. Yeah, he says also a record collector.
I know, that's why I said, does he collect Guinness World Records or vinyl?
Joel says, I rewatched a lot of the...
Oh, he's way behind, so...
Huh? Oh, I'm behind?
No, poor Mike said he's way behind, so maybe he's reading the first... Champions series, which was... Yeah.
You know, I have that issue because people were just giving that one out for free for issue 1, and I have not. I've yet to read it. It's just sitting in there. I should probably do it. You've recommended it. I'm gonna go take the time to read it tomorrow and let you know what I think by next episode next week. I've been I found this website that's allowed me to like go and read more stuff. So it's been a lot easier on me instead of like, oh man, I gotta go hunt for this or buy it, or, on the secondary market or anything like that, or try and find a trade. And I've been pretty much doing it because I've been trying to research off of the Star Wars content. What is this? This is like Lazy Town. What? Oh my god! All right, I'm done.
Joe said, my LCS gave me 5 free copies of Champions 1 second printing that have corner dings with the slightest tears. I'm pressing them out and they don't look too bad. Haven't read it yet, though. Bub said, I'm sorry. Universe X said that, yeah, it's vital, obviously, and that he collects hip-hop and jazz, some blues, soul, and funk. I also collect vinyl. Pretty new to it. And yeah, so I have a nice little vinyl wall. Do a podcast called Don't Fake. You can see it if you want to. But yeah, so yeah, that's cool. And then Bub said he's getting a record player at Christmas. Can't wait to hear my Count Basie play through the speakers. I have some Count Basie, Duke Ellington. I have some Coltrane. Yeah, I have a decent amount of jazz. It's cool. And then we were showing the Kamala Khan. I don't know if you guys saw that.
It's kind of
yeah.
There we go. That is her costume, and this is ridiculous. This is not gonna last long. When they announced her, though, she was like, she was up for a little bit, and then she ended up deleting her Instagram.
Right. I hope this is like one of those situations where it's just that's like Mark 1 of the costume.
Right, and that's just like maybe that's just her in cosplay, or it's like a Halloween thing. And there's
because actually no, now that I think about it, I'm sorry. You know what? You're right. This is 100% Miss Marvel's costume because it even has the mohawk because for when she goes by.
So that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so she is cosplaying as Miss Marvel. Okay, fair enough. We worked through this, but
we figured it out.
I didn't see the helmet at first. I saw the costume, but I was like, yo, this is gross.
Wait.
What's going on?
I don't. Joel. Huh?
Oh, you're talking about the Mingus.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Confused? I am too.
Oh, we're both confused. It's gonna suck if I actually know what's going on. Universe X says drummer,
Gotcha.
bassist.
Oh,
Oh,
jazz,
okay,
jazz,
yeah,
jazz. Charles
got you,
Mingus.
got
Gotcha. Okay. I'm sure I've heard something and don't know because I'm uncultured.
Same here. So wait, last thing, and I think this
I
is
only got the jazz to sample. Just the fair warning.
yeah, I guess a little piece of information is that he actually made the instrumental that plays in the beginning of our show. So he makes beats from time to time. Cut back on it.
Yes.
But yeah, so I guess last piece is honestly with the Hawkeye situation, they've apparently, I guess, already started shooting the issue, or I mean not the issue, the episode with Echo. So once again, for people that I was still specking on Ronin. I was holding it solid. I figured this was. I've been saying that when the Ronin thing came out. It's like we know that we're getting a Hawkeye series. We've already figured out that Hawkeye is Ronin in the Avengers movie. If she was already Ronin beforehand, chances are she's gonna be coming, and they're gonna be trying to make that connection. And it looks like that's exactly what they're doing. So I guess if we start seeing more of that, you can honestly expect the Ronin copies to start picking up a little bit more. Is that up?
Yes, it's behind you.
Know.
It's not on screen.
Oh, okay. It's on the wall, but yeah. I ended up picking up. I even brought up back then that the Daredevil for the first appearance of Echo was like a one to look out on, and it took me a good minute to try and get it. I missed out on getting a signature series graded copy. I think it was like a 9.6 or a 9.8 at some point. It was probably like for like $100 and like $20 or something like that. But yeah, I guess definitely keep an eye on that. Like I said, I'm super excited to see this because I want to see this live action hand-to-hand combat stuff that's gonna be happening. It's gonna be interesting on how they're going to make that look with there most likely being a good amount of swords and stuff like that. Universe X says, check out my vinyl page, so he's linking you right there.
Mm-hmm. I like that Stanton record player.
No, we didn't talk King in Black because we haven't gotten it yet. Like we got to go pick it up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bub says the Specco on Echo is real. Absolutely. I mean, like I said, when I found out about Ronin, I was like, oh yeah, I think this is gonna be something solid. Universe X says, Joel says, cool, I'll check it out.
Good God, Universe X, your vinyl collection is fire. I will continue to look at that, but I want 90% of what you have up there.
Anything for sale? Trades?
Nah. I was like, I was looking. I was like, oh man, I have none of this.
I don't have a record player, so that's my life.
I don't have records.
I don't, but I've bought records. I bought them for my stepfather, so he's like, I don't even know if he even uses it.
I have 2 record players.
Word. So I just you gonna
you want a record player?
You gonna slide me a record player?
Do you want one?
I mean, not at this moment. I gotta get records first, you know.
I'm not. Joe said King of Black was pretty damn good. Yeah, I hope so. I'm hype. I'm with it. I'm with it all.
I've seen like some of those covers.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Hey, Joel, and everybody really that's still in here. Do you plan on reading these side books for King in Black?
That's a great question because I've always missed them, but a part of me wants to say don't not get them or something like that because that's what I did and that's how I missed out on the Dark Knight Who Laughs and everything like that. So
Batman Who Laughs.
I said Dark Knight Who Laughs. Oh my god. Starting to fall asleep. All right, but yes, yeah, Batman Who Laughs. So it's kind of up in the air. Like I usually don't read the side stuff because I'm just like, there's so much stuff. That's what.
Universe X said, "I'm not gonna read them. I'm gonna read them. Ain't buying them. Are you gonna read the physicals just like in the store and then just put them to the side, or are you gonna read them digitally?" I haven't done the digital comics quite yet. I know Brandon got into it a little bit last week.
Yeah, with that website.
Yeah.
But they have older stuff. I don't think they're putting up the new stuff.
Right. But Bub's comic says, "I'm not here." That's a real philosophical if you think about it.
It's a new deep level you've reached, and I wish to be just like you at some point. I'm trying to achieve that.
Joe said they have the King in Black book checklist in the back of number 1, and it's not a crazy amount, so I think I'm going to get them all. I know I've already pre-ordered some of them, so yeah, I'm in. Cool. And then we got issue says Marvel Comics Symbiote Spider-Man King in Black number 1 in 25. Variant is going to be a classic book, a must-have in 9.8. I was going to get that too, and I just didn't. I just couldn't make my way up. And then Universe X hits us with the illegal stuff. So, hey.
What?
He just threw us up to the website,
Don't mind if I copy and paste this.
Right. Yeah, pay no attention to what we're doing right now. Here, look, my hands are here.
What? Yeah, I actually am not familiar with that cover, so I'm gonna have to go look that up, and I'll do that right now.
Yeah, no, it's dope. It's pretty dope.
I was gonna say from
but that's what I was saying. Like those the pre-books. I was like, I should have picked those up, to get the ball rolling with King of Black. I don't know, like couldn't get to the LCS. We don't drive. That's what it really is. We don't drive. Last time I walked 2.5 miles to go to the store, and I guess that took me out of it. And then the last time I was out by the LCS, I was there before the store opened up, and I wasn't gonna wait around for an hour and a half, especially outside door these times. So I just left.
Yeah, it's starting to get like cold and rainy now.
Yeah, Bub's Comic says I have a 10-inch tablet for reading digital, about the size of a comic book. Yeah, that's true. I have a. You know what? I could read digital. Is that You know what? I'm not Diamond. We're not out here. However you read it. It's cool. Everybody.
Am I looking at the right thing?
Joe says I was able to grab 3 of the secret variant covers and also got 1 of the 2 per store. Good for you. Universe X says I just got the regular A and B, also the 1 in 50. Good for you as well. And then Joe said, "Damn, I'll come pick you guys up to go to some stores you guys go to once the COVID stuff is done." Appreciate that. Hopefully I'll be driving by then, but so Brandon has a license and doesn't have a car, and it'd be weird if I had a car and didn't have a license, right?
Well,
I just don't have either.
It's because of the parking here. It's trash.
Yeah.
They're charging excessive amount off of like putting cars in the garage, and then outside where it's supposed to be free parking or whatever. If you get a parking pass or whatever, it's like people will park there and they don't have the permit or a pass, and it's just like limited parking spaces for the free stuff.
Bo said Brandon keeps getting left 10 lines up in the comics. In the comments. But yeah, no, we're gonna try to go tomorrow and definitely see if we can grab some stuff.
Okay, so to confirm, is this?
But the last week that I was there was when Last Ronin came out, so about a month ago.
Is this the one with Noel standing behind? Yes. Okay, so there's a Virgin one, or is this General Pearl variant B, and then there's one that's a variant A. I don't know why I said General Pearl.
Okay, so then this is the 1 in 25. Hold on. Let me send it to you.
No.
You got it?
Wait, what? Where'd you send it at?
I didn't send it yet. No, I thought you were saying, because you had seen it.
Well, I'm looking at some website, and it's just got, like, all of them. So there's, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 9 of them.
I just sent it to you on Facebook.
Gotcha. Okay, so no, that was not the one I was looking at.
Oh, but then this one, hold on, this is another 1 in 25, so I have 2 1 in 25s.
Oh God. Okay, so
You're gonna have to send us a link of which one you have.
yeah, because all right, so this is the one you just sent me was the 1 in 25 incentive variant cover by Alex Savuk. Savuk. I don't know if I said that correctly.
Yeah. And then the other one is the Shaw cover.
Okay, so if it's not that one, then it's the other one. So the one where he's jumping down, and it's like a lot of like, it's like buildings behind him.
I don't know why I could just pull these out. Hold on. Guys, you can see these covers. I'm just being lazy. Which one is it? Which one is it?
So with me seeing these tells me all the covers that I had been seeing while I was scrolling through Instagram and stuff were like store variants and stuff like that.
I'm gonna do some real wild stuff right now.
That's giving me a whole different perspective now, because I was gonna say something earlier based off of what I had seen from those covers, is that I thought like the covers that I had been seeing that were apparently store covers seem very like metal like, and so I was like, oh, are they kind of trying to give this like, you know, similar experience to like, you know, based off of like the Dark Knight's Metal series, which I was like, oh, they could kind of pull that off, you know, with the King in Black, and then maybe they do like an Ozzy Osbourne tribute.
All right, so we saw this one. And this one. Which one is it?
That one says $56. Woo!
All right. Oh, hopefully we get a response.
Bub said, so tired of metal. So it's not.
Bub said, this is great TV. You don't like people just sitting here
I'm definitely
looking at
mad
things
behind. See, he said, you were right. When he said, I'm 10 lines behind, left in the comments.
Okay, he said the Shaw variant. We could have just read that, but I was in there looking it up.
I'm guilty of the same. So when you're saying you're tired of metal, is that like it's getting old? It's like it's not good anymore? Because I haven't even started for the new part.
Oh God! Joel he said, "I hope you're right. I just grabbed one off of eBay based on your recommendation. $10 plus shipping."
He said, "Yes, it's played out." Oh damn! All right, that's a little disappointing. Now I guess I'm not. I'm probably gonna still check. I'm just gonna probably wait for trades. I'm not getting any issues. And it's interesting. I guess it makes sense because that whole Robin King thing spiked real quick and then it died real quick as well. So it definitely did not get that same kind of run out of as the Batman Who Laughs. So I can definitely see that being possible.
Do I buy this one? Yo, but why was it $56 on that website and it's only $10 on eBay?
What?
Shout out to eBay. Do we buy it at Unison? What's going on?
I mean, probably never. Man, I don't know what's going on with my throat. I'm clogged out here, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe nobody's like really specking on it right now.
Right. I mean, it's a very nice cover. Like, I really like the cover. and we know exactly who to blame if nothing comes of it. So it's perfect for all of us. It's just universal shunning. It's a one. Joel said, I mean, that's a decent price for 1 in 25, so why not? And then unless I get scammed, I mean, I've it looks like they're selling between $10 to $15 mostly on eBay right now, so that's cool. And I mean, if you think about seller fees and everything, they're getting about seven to $10, yeah. So anything else?
No, I actually think that is it. There's nothing else I can think of at the top of my head, so I guess we'll just wait and see how things go and see what it is to be played out for next week.
And get ready for Future State.
Wait, that's next week?
Not next week. I think it's the week after that.
Okay. I should be off work by then, so that would be great because then I can actually go and pick stuff up at a reasonable time. I usually try to go early in the morning.
Oh, no, it's January. Okay, man.
Okay, but I'll still be off work by then. Schools will be on winter break, so that'll definitely play out in my favor.
I just bought all the Garfield Spider-Man movies for $4 shipped based on your recommendations. Better be good.
Don't put that on me. I didn't say that. I've never even watched it. I hope so too.
I only allowed it if it was purchased from the record exchange. Okay, if it wasn't purchased from the record exchange, I'm not taking any credit for that. My goodness.
Can you believe this guy?
The first one arguably isn't bad. It's not a bad movie.
Yeah,
it's justifiable. The second one, I don't know what they did or why.
We'll see about that. Mm-hmm. And Bub will let me know because, yeah,
right.
I appreciate you taking this bullet for me.
But Brandon said that he'll buy them full price from you if you do not find enjoyment in them. He will buy them for the $4 just so he can watch them.
Fine.
We actually don't have I guess my computer has a DVD player.
I mean, my Xbox has a DVD player as well.
Yeah, but what if they're Blu-rays?
Then it won't play.
Exactly. Oh man, this has been a good stream. Good stream.
We got Issue says I bought it in a 9.8. Oh, so you had it already slabbed.
That's cool.
He said just had a few feelings. It was gonna be hot. I enjoyed the story also. All right. Saying that I am going to be expecting. I'm basically saying what Bub said, but referring to the comic book.
I just bought 36 9.8 slabs. Oh, based off your recommendation. Hopefully it's good.
But no, I think somebody else said that it was good as well. So I trust you guys. I'm gonna be looking forward to it tomorrow. That'll be. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to do, so I guess I'll just take the time to read a bunch of stuff. Like I said, I had been trying to catch up on the Star Wars stuff. Because I've been trying to, we're here, so I'll just kind of give you guys the information ahead of time because I was going to throw it in on the unboxings. Like, we got this right here that hasn't been done yet and pretty much going to wait on it anyways because I had another book that was supposed to get delivered yesterday and it didn't. And it didn't get delivered today. Called USPS, and they were like, oh, you got to wait until tomorrow because a certain amount of days is supposed to pass before you can like make a claim on it. According to the person I spoke to, I don't know if that's true, but I've been looking into like the a lot of the Star Wars keys, and since I found that website, I was like, oh, well, let me just go ahead and read through this stuff and make sure like the information that's being presented on the web is actually true. And I found a couple flaws going on. So we have like, for example, the first appearance of Revan. You have the cameo in the Star Wars Tales that I bought and that we did the unboxing for already. That's already up. Clearly from the video, you'll see that we found the panels where you see the cameo of it. So there's no like any monologue or anything going on, and there's just literally panels that have Revan, Malik, and Bastila in it. Now, for the one that's being considered to be the first full appearance, which is let me check and see which one I bought. It was Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I want to say issue 9. Yeah, Knights of the Old Republic issue 9, which this book is spiking right now. So if you guys are trying to get Star Wars books that are spiking, this one is. Literally, I bought a 9.6 at like 200 something. Now raw copies are hitting $200 and $300. The 9.6s are now starting to hit around 400 and up. So, basically, this issue, I question it because I can see how people can say it's the first appearance of Revan, but it's just like you see a character which is supposed to be the representation of Revan. You don't get to see their face, and not once do they like anyone talk to them and say like refers to them as that or anything at all. So it's just like I also didn't notice anything within the dialogue that was just kind of giving ideas that it would maybe him. So like I definitely want to talk to people that do feel like it's him and ask them exactly why they feel like it's him. But it's supposed to be him, and it wasn't. I guess I haven't seen anything saying it's not. But it's kind of like not such a great, I guess, representation of a first full appearance. It's kind of a trash one, but if it is that's what it is. And then that book that I just, for the one that I haven't done it yet, that's already here, basically, they have the character from Star Wars Fallen Order, Cal Kestis, that's from the video game that they released. What?
Joe said Brendan started talking Star Wars and Slam just left.
I just want to hit people, you know, because if I'm making a mistake out here, you know, saving people, you know. But yeah, so it's like the first appearance of Cal Kestis, and the book is just basically like it's just not such a great, you know, first appearance thing. Like the game came out, they have Cal Kestis. This book is Cal, like the character's name is Cal, but there's nothing saying that this is Cal Kestis. So I kind of question that to be the first full appearance as well. And on top of that, unfortunate situations happen to that character, so I'm just like, there's no way this, like, the story is not matching up with the thing. So unless they were just like they took reference from that issue, which I think, I mean, we haven't opened it up yet, so we'll see once we do the unboxing, but I think it does have like the Disney logo with like in the index stuff or whatever. So I don't even know if I said that right. Index? I don't know. Is it an index? I don't know. It's something. It's one of the panels or one of the pages in the book, so it has the Disney logo. So it may have actually been owned by Disney around that time. So they probably took, you know, that Cal from this issue and helped use to create the Cal in the video game. Which, like I was saying, I'm specking on that because the actor that did the voice for him, you know, he they made the character look just like him, and so it is canon. And then on top of that, he is like trained, he did like martial arts, because he was talking about how like for the game they did the stuff for, what do you call it,
motion capture.
Yeah, motion capturing. So
see, I'm still here.
And so he had done martial arts and everything when he was like younger, so he had like some experience with stuff. So like him having like the credits that he has from, you know, working on Gotham and working on Shameless, I think puts him into a very good spot to potentially, you know, make it on screen. Because also on top of that, like I was saying from our last episode, is that, you know, Shameless, the last season ends this month, so Gotham's over. I haven't seen him in anything else, and then he's not gonna be in Shameless, so this gives him a perfect opportunity to be able to be put into Star Wars content. Which I feel like, if there's any book I'm speaking on, I feel like that one has the most running for it, you know.
Yes, I agree. Wholeheartedly. That all sounds correct and right. I am participating.
This was your first course of the Force 101. Be sure to check in.
I dropped out.
You dropped out? was sorry. We don't actually do dropouts. The force is always with you.
Okay. Good. You know what? Fine.
Bub said, "I'll do anything to make this stop." Drop the link.
Should I buy anything? All right. Well,
I'm gonna drop the link. I'm really about to. You started something.
But yeah, no. Yeah, there's a lot of Star Wars talk today. But yeah, that's what the industry is giving us is a lot of Star Wars.
You didn't say Star War.
Well, no, if it's an individual Star Wars book, I'll ask if it was a Star War.
Gotcha.
Because there can't be multiple. I mean, I guess there could be multiple wars of the book, but I'm assuming that it's just a Star War, not a Star Wars. Anyways, like I was saying, hopefully, we get past this Star Wars. We got issues said I can't get into Star Wars if Darth Vader isn't in it.
Okay, so I thought the same thing. I felt
no,
the same
no,
way.
Stop. It just that's it. That's the end of his point.
No. All right, this is the last thing I'm gonna say on Star Wars. Okay, I felt the same. Oh, what? Someone's got a copy for $75. That's yikes. Okay. I'm gonna have to start looking at seeing where these books are going on this one. But yeah, no, I felt the same way. And then once I started reading them, I was like, yo, this is some stuff that the stories are really good. If you want to use that link and check out some stuff and just go ahead and read it for free, I would suggest doing that. Because like I once I started reading this once I started researching this stuff, I was like, oh, this is some really good stuff that I had no idea about, which is kind of making me want to actually go take the time to read this Dr. Aphra, because I've been crapping on Dr. Aphra every episode when a hot book with her comes up. So I'm going to kind of use that to see if I'm feeling the character. That should be a link to it. Star Wars Jedi Yoda #1. Supposedly the first appearance of Cal Kestis. He says, no worries, Keynote. He won't read this for 10 minutes. Are we? Oh, okay. I see. We are the yellow thing. Look, guys, I'm just telling you. If it happens, you can say that you saw it here first.
The funny thing is like, so when we first created the channel, we were like, yo, should we talk about stuff that's like not comic books, like other like nerd stuff? And he was like, nah, we're cool. But now that these Star Wars books are out here spiking, he's like, all right, bet. Let me talk about everything in canon. Every single thing. Look, all right, so Old Republic. And then 7 years later. All right, so now we're at Rey. Like, oh my gosh. What happened to Spider-Man?
I will be doing my spec on Star Wars books to look out for. We'll try and do a video on that. I just got to figure this all out, though.
Yes, if I can stay awake while editing it, it'll come out. I assure you. I'm teaching Brandon how to edit, though, so it's cool. Eventually.
Actually, that's a good question. Is that a Wonder Woman shirt?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
You should have a Wonder Man shirt.
Why?
Wonder Man. Remember that guy?
I don't even know if that was on screen. I don't know. Was it? Yeah. I wore it because of the Wonder Woman 84 news.
Is Wonder Man even still existent in the Marvel Universe?
Yes.
That's a thing?
Oh.
You said no.
Yes.
No, yes, or yes, no?
No.
I don't know what this is anymore.
Yes.
I just wanted to know what was going on with Wonder Man, if anybody ever knew, but yeah.
I've exhausted the shirts that I could wear. I bought 20 shirts when they were when Alliance Comics out here had a sale, and I can only fit like 8 of them because they were a size too small for me. But I'm working on, this is actually a size too small for me too. I'm working on, getting into them. So give me a little more time and we'll vary up the shirts. My Spider-Man one is sleeveless. I won't wear that one. Remember X-Man? That crap used to trick me when digging in dollar bins for X-Men. Hey, yo, they're going to bring X-Man in. Watch.
What?
X-Man? Cyclops' kid?
Oh, what?
X-Man.
No. Oh, wow.
Brandon's doing a whole other thing.
I'm sorry. I just realized I didn't text her back. She messaged me on Tuesday. I don't know how I didn't see this. So, interesting story. So, we decided to make a Tinder for Keynote Comics. And so we were trying to get, find like women that are into comics around the area and, have them join the show. And it's actually worked, which has been interesting. So I've been texting this girl that, I don't know, is this...
All of this was unnecessary.
Hold on.
Brandon's mad drowsy. Guys, save us.
This might be the end.
I've seen X-Men in the $1 bins. I've seen X-Men in like the 25-cent bins. X-Men, like you'll be going through and you'll just be like, yo, why are there 70 copies of X-Men? But it's always funny because when somebody, like if you talk to somebody specifically, like you're like, hey, who's your favorite X-Men? You can just be like, my favorite X-Men, there's only one, it's X-Men. This is great radio. Except we're on.
I apologize.
Except we're on screen, guys. We're gonna bounce now because we should. It's been 2 hours.
It has been 2 hours. My computer's actually about to die soon. I mean, it's still got enough juice. It's got 28%, but yeah, definitely
Bob
appreciate.
said Brad is on edibles and all we got is Star Wars and this text.
I wish.
Oh, Joe said new collection in my LCS today. Got some pretty good pickups. Tankon's in here said bet start over. Yo, I posted the link like 2 hours ago. You could have been in here. Oh my gosh, this is so reckless. Oh man, hold on. Let me. All right, so. Welcome to Keynote Comics, the places you find comic book related content. I'm Brandon Griggs. Pay no attention that my mouth is not moving. I'm still here. We're gonna go through book number 1. It is Toxic Avenger. Book number 2, that's Daredevil. Book number 3 is the Doctor Strange. Book number 4, we got Thrawn.
I'm so behind on my screen.
Book number 5, we got Black Panther. Annual. Book number 6, you got Miles Morales. That's where Aaron Davis, Prowler dies. Book number 7, we got Dog that delivers pizzas and Hawkeye. Book number 8, we got Kanan. It's not 50 Cent from Power, but he exists. And then we got this kaiju looking giant. Yeah, and it's American kaiju and it's not in like Pacific Rim. Then we cut back here, talk, do stuff, things happened. Then we go to the news. Oh snaps, would you look at that? Oh man, all 3 Spideys are in all 3 Spideys are in the next Spider-Man movie. That's crazy. Well, hold on, wait, but what else? Oh, how about Schlaps, Ava DuVernay is bringing Naomi to CW, and also HBO is bringing all of its movies next year to HBO Max. And then we cut back to the 2-shot and we talk about all of the comic books that we did get this week. But then everybody in the chat talks about all the comic books that they did get because they're cooler than us. Does that catch you up, Shaw? That was the whole show.
That was a lot.
Joel,
Kane was in a comic book. Wait, what? Joel said what?
Joel said, "You guys have another hour and you easy." But yeah, all right. So that's gonna do it for us today. Brandon, take us out. And I'm gonna look so I can.
I mean, I wasn't expecting that, so I just want to start by saying thanks to everybody, for joining this episode. This was really fun. Definitely enjoyed it. So if you guys are down for next week,
We will be here at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't know if it's standard or daylight. I think it's daylight. EDT.
Bub says, bet, rename the show 3 Peters, Feel the Force.
That's our Tuesday stream,
If we get Spider-Man books and Star Wars books on next week's episode, we will name it Stash, Cash, or Pass, 3 Peters, Feel the Force, just for you. All right, that is the deal. But but anyways, guys, thank you. This is Keynote Comics, the place where you can discover comic books and related content. As usual, keep us locked in, and we will see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.